Hello, 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 everybody. I apologize for the delay, the great delay, as it were. KPK was having some trouble getting into the guild hall. But I am Roy, and today I'm going to be joined by Spartan. Spartan, you want to say hello?
Yeah, hey, how are ya?
What is up, guys? Hope everyone's doing well. I'm just going to tell them that we're ready to go. We can go over comps in between rounds and stuff. Maybe they want me to use food. I don't know.
I
But
could be the food timer.
nah, I got food here. Easy. Anyways, guys, welcome to the first GvG of the night. We are here in the Ban Guild Hall. We've got, obviously, Ban and KPK. Next up, we should be watching Rise vs. Koza if we aren't going to be too late for that. Yeah. So, Spartan, how you doing tonight, man?
Dude, I'm doing great. How are you, Roy?
Good. Excited to cast for your first
Oh yeah,
GvG?
dude. Well, first
First
in a
cast?
while.
I don't know if I've ever cast with you before. But, looks like we might be going for 29 on my food. That's what Ban's asked. Don't have a confirmation yet from KPK. If you want, guys, exclamation mark, schedule, exclamation mark, brackets in the chat. That'll bring up the schedule of the brackets, as it were. If you're interested in that. As I said, we should have 2 GVGs tonight. Hopefully, Rise and Koza will be able to wait for us. I'll have to see with that. Still no confirmation the first round. Doesn't look like KPK was ready there. So, real quick, Spartan, do you have any... Oh, well, they're moving. Not really sure.
Hmm.
Maybe they're just practicing the moving. Not really sure. Anyways, between these two guilds, maybe you don't know them as well. To be honest with you, I don't know KPK too well. I tried talking to a couple of their players, but I think there might have been a bit of a language barrier issue. Not really sure, but I have a bit more info on Ban. But between the two guilds, do you have any predictions?
Well, Ban plays really AoE focused, whereas KPK, I'm not sure how they play, but since the meta has been changing and playstyles have changed, and Ban's full like AoE focus isn't as viable as it used to be, I think it should be actually a decent GvG. And if you look at KPK's comp, they have 7 scourges. So I think that Ban is going to win, but I think KPK is going to take some rounds.
All right, fair enough. Looks like we might be going 28 in my food. Yeah, I think that is. First round going to be starting here. There's a Veil coming out of KPK. Looks like Ban might have just blasted stealth, but nothing yet. Looks like a couple
Both
Revenant
sides are revealed.
hammers, threes going there from Ban. Got a decent amount of pressure coming out on KPK. There's some Scourge shades there as well. There's the first bubble coming out from KPK. Not really going to catch anyone from Ban. Just one Firebrand looks like. Here's the Clash. One really low Scourge from KPK so far. No
Couple
down
low
set yet.
surges from
One down
KPK.
actually from Ban. He's going to be
One
the first
down from
down
Ban.
there.
Yeah, insta-res.
And
2
there's
down from
the
KPK.
bubble from Ban. Going to
Yeah,
catch
they're
a
in the
couple players from
bubble. None of
KPK.
them are getting res.
One of the center.
That,
Looks like a couple actually got banished back. Probably the Herald Glint Elite right there. That's going to be a lot of damage coming out in KPK. 3
2
down
more
now.
dead.
2 dead. A lot of pressure coming
Only
onto
like
the rest of their staff.
7
3
left.
down sit now, 1 spot. 1 going to go down sit here. That's going to be a Firebrand. That's probably going to spell the end of the round for KPKs. They only have a few Scourges left, a couple of their players. That's the first GG call coming out. Very convincing round from Ban. Not getting caught in that bubble, resing their first down state, giving good support to the players that needed it, and catching KPK in that bubble. So, first round going to Ban.
KPK didn't really use their bubble well at all, and they didn't catch anybody in it. I think since they're only playing 2 spellbreakers, and their whole comp is reliant on scourges, they really need to make good use of their bubbles and just spike one area. But they kind of just tried to pressure out Ban. But since Ban is running Revenants, I don't think KPK is going to win just by sheer pressure.
For sure. That is... I do agree with you. And Revenant, probably, of all 3 guild halls, is going to be the most valuable here, as Winsup is slightly bigger than the other 2. But while we have a second, why don't we go over the comps real quick? I'll start with Ban, as I'm in their squad. So, first off, we've got Penguins. Of course, he's driving on Firebrand. He will have 3 other Firebrands in his squad, so a total of 4. As you said, we've got a couple of Revenants. They're Heralds, like probably all power. Don't expect they to be running anything else, so that's going to be 3 power Heralds. We've got 5 Scourges, 1 Hollowsmith, Spellbreakers. So, no Chrono here, no Thief, no
The only stealth they have
Elementals
is from Veil, so that doesn't really.
for
That's
KPK.
yeah for
Yeah, for
KPK.
KPK. Yeah, they're not running any smoke fields, and Ban does have the smoke field from the Hollow. We are at 25 going to be the timer, so that's 30 seconds. Quickly, why don't you go over KPK squad?
KPK is running 5 Firebrands, 2 Spellbreakers, 1 Mesmer, and 7 Scourges. So if they use that Mesmer to Gravity Well in a bubble, and then all the Scourges just lay down their spike, I think they'll be okay. But
Yeah, they do have a couple more Scourges than Ban does, so they might want to be trying to push in a little bit harder, get that AoE pressure. 5 seconds till round number 2 starts. Do you think we're going to see the same thing happen? Ban taking this round, or do you think KPK is going to be
yeah, I think Ban's going to take this round as well before KPK changes.
All right, we did see KPK start off the back foot 2-0 down against Kryta, the last GvG that they fought, and win that, but not sure if they'll be able to repeat it here. Either way, round 2 starting. There's the Veil from KPK. They've been out of stealth. Kryta Ban applying that pressure onto KPK. 1 really low Scourge right off the bat. There's a bubble from KPK. 2 bubbles now from KPK. Going to split, give us some room between the 2 guilds. Actually going to do a pretty good job of that as KPK is pretty healthy. But now Ban probably going to look for their bubble now. Moving on to KPK's stack. Couple of KPK players down. There's the bubble from Ban as well. That's going to catch quite a few players from KPK. It's 3-4 in downstate. 3 of them all finished. 1 Scourge caught out of position. He's probably going to be the next downstate. That's a bubble on top of them. Beautiful bubble placed there from Ban. That's 4 in downstate. That's got to be the next GG. That is the next GG. Round number 2 going to Ban. Very well played on their part.
Same problem as last round. KPK didn't use their bubbles offensively or to catch anybody whatsoever. They dropped both of them at the same time, and both of them were for distance. So they had no pressure. There's people in Ban getting low, but it doesn't matter if they don't like push on it or have anything to secure it. So if KPK can start changing that this coming round, I think they'll have a chance. They really need to start using their bubbles a lot better.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, I really liked the sort of defensive bubbles. They sort of split them apart. You know, they had one sort of closer to the center, they had one closer to the edge, and it gave them a lot of room from that early engage pressure from the Revenants that Ban has. And it did a good job. It allowed them to heal up, but I think they made a mistake pushing along the edge of the arena here. They pushed straight into Ban, and Ban had both of their bubbles still up. They hadn't used a single bubble so far in the round. I think KPK would have done a better job of just trying to apply a bit of range pressure with the Scourges, even though obviously Ban has Revenants. They're going to obviously be reflecting or absorbing projectiles through the bubbles. Ban isn't really going to be able to push in there for fear of, getting hurt. So I think KPK would have probably had a better job of, or done a better job of running a mini as well. That's interesting. But probably a better job of regrouping, healing up, and then maybe pushing through the center and trying to put Ban into a bit of a corner there. But definitely not the right move there. Looks like we're having a sub coming in for Ban real quick. While we're waiting for that, I'm just going to go over Ban real quick because I did have a chance to talk to Carnage, who's one of the, I assume, leader of Ban. But Ban has been, well, Carnage himself has been a player pretty much since the beginning of the game. And he's been GvGing since very early on. I would do 22 is the next timer, so it's 25 seconds. So I'll talk quickly. But Ban themselves have really only been around since POF. They started pushing pretty hard, the first couple months of POF, and they were doing quite well. Unfortunately, their driver, Penguin, had a couple real-life issues, so he's had to take some time off, which I think has negatively affected the guild overall. They had a couple backup drivers, but it wasn't the same as without Penguin, which is why we've talked about them having some roster issues in the past. But either way, that is going to be later, as third round going to be starting. Ban is up 2-0 over KPK.
Really early Veil from KPK.
Yeah,
going straight out. They have to back up, though.
That might be good, to be honest. If they can get pressure onto Ban, maybe look for an early bubble. It could be what they need to get this round. Other side of the arena. There's the first bubble from
the Hollows.
Oh, and actually going to catch 2 players. Scourge and Hollow going to go down from Ban. Both are going to get rezzed up, but that's very good from KPK. If they can keep this pressure up, there's a second bubble coming out from
Africa.
KPK. One really, really low Scourge here. Yeah, if they can catch him there, that would be really good. One Firebrand going a little bit low. Looks like that first bubble coming out from Ban as well. Going to catch some players from KPK. A lot of pressure coming out of KPK now. Ban turning this damage back onto them. KPK pulling back towards their spawn. One downstate, though, now. One Firebrand from Ban side. Scourge caught out of position from KPK. Probably going to go down. There's a Lich from Ban as well. KPK. 2 down from Ban, and
if they finish this down, they'll rally out.
Absolutely, they do need to try and rally those, but looks like 2 of the Ban players rallied, and 1 was actually res. KPK now starting to drop. They're cracking. Too much pressure is coming out from Ban right now. Looks like they're just staying right on top of KPK. They don't have any counter pressure coming onto them. Ban is full healthy. As I say that, 2 downstate from Ban. Looks like KPK had a bit of a spike there, but that's going to be the third round GG, and 3-0 for Ban.
I mean, that was definitely a lot better. KPK just needs to see the people who are low on the side And when they get somebody down, they need to commit to it. With 7 Scourges, they should be able to push in at least some capacity with 5 fucking Firebrands backing them up.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a little hard to push onto Revenants, but I mean, they definitely need to be trying to get these bubbles out sooner. If they can get the bubbles out a little more on top of Ban as well. The first
Yeah,
bubble we
exactly.
saw sort of on the edge of their stack, didn't really do a lot. And they also definitely need to be trying to pressure these down states more. You know, we saw there were a couple times. I mean, there were several down states from Ban that round. None of them got finished, unfortunately. And I think if KPK had been able to win that rally war in the beginning, you know, get those early down states cleaved out, finished, maybe save that second bubble for those down states as well, then I think they actually could have taken this round, to be honest. Ban is doing something, though, that not a lot of guilds do, which is pretty interesting. Maybe it just works against KPK, not sure. But they're holding their bubbles pretty late. You know, they're saving them. They're not using their bubbles right off the bat, which a lot of guilds do. And in my opinion, it's the best way to engage. But it's actually working out quite well for them because they just kite out KPK's bubbles. They kite out a lot of their early shades because of that rev pressure they have. They can do that. And then as soon as KPK uses the bubbles and they start going low from the rev, Ban just pushes in bubbles on top of them. And it's worked well for 3 rounds so far.
I think the reason it's working is because KPK is too afraid to be aggressive. Have you seen KPK literally hasn't pushed yet this entire time? They just like slowly edge forward, but they're too scared to move forward. So I think if KPK went aggressive, then Ban wouldn't necessarily be able to hold on to their bubbles for as long and use it offensively, right? So if KPK just hard pushes on Ban, then Ban will need to use at least 1 bubble defensively to get him off it. So I think if KPK at least tries being aggressive in some capacity, it'll work a lot better.
Yeah, could for sure. We'll have to see. This is going to be this could be match point. Well, that is match point. This could be the last round for Ban if they win it. Looks like 18:30 is going to be the final, the time here. So 5 seconds. We may be seeing the last round. There's going to be fourth round coming up right now. Ban is up 3-0 over KPK. Here we go. Stealth coming out from Ban. There's the blasts. There's the Veil from KPK as they empower. Pushing on. Ooh, looks like a couple early lines there. Caught some of Ban. That was nice from KPK. Looks like they're trying to get some pressure. Early bubble from KPK, but that's way out of position. That's not going to catch anybody. Give him a little space maybe, but that's not really going to be what KPK needs at the moment. 1 Scourge caught out of position. He's going to be pretty low. Looks like Ban is going straight for him. They don't care about that second bubble on their back line either. That's not really going to do much. However, 1 Spellbreaker actually going to be
down from Ban as well. He gets transfused.
That's gonna be a transfuse, and now the bubble coming out from Ban, and this is where it's gonna start going downhill for KPK. They need to start getting these reses. They need to start applying some pressure. But 4 or 5 downstate inside that bubble. Second bubble still hasn't been popped from Ban, and this could be it. I don't know how KPK could possibly come back from it. They can't. That's GG. Ban taking this 4-0. Didn't even look like they broke a sweat.
Good round. I mean, KPK clearly just didn't understand as many aspects to this as Ban does. Ban was able to like push, pull back, use their bubbles effectively, use their transfuse, get certain reses. KPK didn't use any transfuses. I didn't really see them get any MI reses either. So that's all they wrote.
For sure, for sure. KPK, we did see them emerge victorious in what was certainly one of the more interesting matches last week. 4-3 over Kryta, excuse me. Unfortunately, this is going to be the end of their journey as they are shut down 4-0 by Ban. Ban will be moving ahead next week to go up against BT.